Was the Nobel Peace Prize leaked? Did the news that Venezuelan opposition leader María Corina Machado will be awarded the Nobel Peace Prize this year get out hours before the official announcement? Let's connect the dots. An extremely limited number of people know in advance the name of the Nobel laureate chosen by the 5 members of the Nobel Committee. The Nobel Committee maintains a strict 50-year secrecy rule. This applies to information about nominees, nominations, and selections. The awards nomination and decision process is sealed for 50 years. This means that all information about the nominees, nominators, the reasons for nomination, and the deliberations leading to the award decision is kept confidential and not publicly disclosed for 50 years from the date the prize is awarded. Information about the winner is tightly controlled and limited to the small governing body of the committee and essential staff. This confidentiality helps prevent leaks, but there is reason to believe that wasn't the case this time. There was unusual betting activity ahead of the official announcement, and this has raised a lot of eyebrows. 2 Norwegian newspapers, Aftenposten and Finansavisen, reported unusual and suspicious betting activity on the Polymarket platform late Thursday night, hours before María Corina Machado's Nobel Peace Prize win was officially announced in Oslo. According to their reports, several large bets were placed, including one user who bet about $67,820 just hours before the announcement. 3 accounts, focusing mostly on bets for Machado, earned around $90,000 collectively. Some accounts that made the large bets appeared to have been created on the same day the bets were placed. This raised suspicion of insider trading or leaked information from within or close to the Nobel Committee. So what is Polymarket? It is a decentralized blockchain-based prediction market platform. It enables users to buy and sell shares related to the outcome of real-world events. This could be elections, sports competitions, economic indicators, or bets on which nominee would win in key categories of the Oscars or Emmy Awards or Golden Globes. Initially on Polymarket, Yulia Navalnaya, the economist and widow of Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny, led the odds for winning the 2025 Nobel Peace Prize. Machado's odds were much lower, around 3.75%, shortly after midnight Norwegian time. But within less than 2 hours, Machado's odds surged dramatically, jumping first to around 31.5% and then to approximately 73.5%, making her the top contender. This happened even though no expert or media outlet had mentioned her as being among the favorites for the prize, and so there was no prior public expectation of her win. Now look at how it all unfolded on Polymarket. A mystery trader on Polymarket began piling into long-shot bets on her victory. The buying spree from a newly created account called 6741 earned the unknown trader more than $50,000 in profit. When 6741 began buying, about 12 hours before the Nobel announcement, María Corina Machado's chances of winning the Nobel Peace Prize were 5% based on Polymarket prices. The mystery trader's purchases in a thinly traded market helped lift her chances to about 70%. Other traders rode the momentum set off by 6741, especially after the bets drew attention on social media. A trader known as Gay Pride placed a series of bets overnight when Machado's chances of winning hovered between 60% and 71% and earned more than $85,000. After Machado won, some Polymarket users and outside observers asked if the mystery trader had been acting on non-public information. If true, it would be a serious breach of the strict secrecy surrounding the Nobel Peace Prize and could tarnish the image of one of the world's most respected honors. A trader with a new account and no prior betting history placed a $70,000 bet on Machado winning the prize and earned a $30,000 profit. Polymarket posted on social media that it called the winner in advance. So what does the Nobel Institute and committee think happened? Christian Berg-Harpviken, the director of the Norwegian Nobel Institute and secretary of the Norwegian Nobel Committee, told this to Norway's TV2 television. Highly likely it's espionage. But the head of the Norwegian Nobel Committee differed. He said he did not believe Machado's name had been leaked. Committee chairman Jorgen Watne Frydnes told this to NTP news agency. I don't think there have ever been any leaks in the entire history of the prize. I can't imagine that's the case. Though we assured that the institute would nevertheless investigate and, where necessary, further tighten security. He said espionage could make it appear as if someone on the inside deliberately leaked information. That is not likely. Have leaks happened before? In the past, unexpected names of Nobel Peace Prize nominees occasionally appeared in the Norwegian media. This did fuel speculation about possible leaks from within or close to the Nobel Committee. But these instances were sporadic and rare in recent years. This is what happened in October 2023. The Secretary General of the Swedish Academy, Hans Ellegren, regretted the premature release of a press statement announcing the winners of the Nobel Chemistry Prize.
Let me say that this is, of course, very unfortunate. We deeply regret what happened, for sure. There was a press release sent out for us for still unknown reasons. We have been very active this morning to trying to find out what actually happened, but at this place we don't know that. We deeply regret that this happened.
That year, French-born Moisey Bavindi, Louis Brass of the United States, and Russian-born Alexei Ikimov were awarded the prize for developing tiny quantum dots used to illuminate TVs and lamps. So gaps in what must be watertight processes have been exposed before. So what concerns does a potential leak in María Corina Machado's case raise? Suspicion of espionage is one. One official ruling in espionage suggests that external actors could have targeted the Nobel Institute to obtain confidential information for financial gain or political motives. The incident puts the spotlight on security vulnerabilities. It raises the prospect of the Nobel Institute being potentially vulnerable to cyber or human espionage efforts. It puts a question mark on the Institute's ability to safeguard sensitive information from growing technological threats. Financial exploitation and insider trading is another concern. The question remains, was insider information used for monetary gain? There are political implications too of a leak. Given Machado's political background and the geopolitical interests surrounding the prize, a leak can be exploited for diplomatic or propaganda purposes by foreign intelligence or interest groups. And last of all, a potential leak undermines the Nobel Prize's integrity. It threatens the confidentiality and trust in the Nobel Prize selection process and can potentially cast a shadow on the award's prestige and neutrality. This incident should act as a wake-up call. It calls for a thorough investigation, a transparent communication of the probe's findings to the world to uphold public trust. It also calls for stronger security measures, strict confidentiality, awareness and training of committee members, staff and associated personnel in security best practices and implications of leaks, and also collaboration with Norwegian authorities and cybersecurity experts to identify and neutralize espionage threats, deter insider leaks, and ensure compliance with legal standards. A thorough investigation must now define the future of this revered institution. That's all in this edition of Connecting the Dots. We'll see you in the next episode with more raging issues. Until then, it's a goodbye from all of us in the Delhi newsroom. This is Munmun Bhattacharya signing off. Take care and stay safe.